Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Agent... No, I gotta try that again. Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Agent64 Spies Never Die, which is pretty much a Goldeneye64 homage, spiritual successor, or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to take a look at these a little bit. Display settings, looks like it's fine. VSync. I'm gonna turn off the CRT effect, because that's gonna hurt my eyes. Wow, how many different games have we found today alone, trying out all of these different demos, where they're pretty much trying to harken back to the 90s. Like, it's very strange how many of these there are, comparatively. Not in terms of, like, it bothers me, but mostly just in terms of, like, it feels like, for some reason, 2022 is the year where the 90s came back, gaming-wise, and I'm kind of excited for it. Anyway, Tower Escape. Unknown armed assailants have taken over the skyscraper and are looking for you. Given the numbers, they seem to know who you are and your abilities. Put them out of action and escape the tower. So we can do Agent, Special Agent. Oh, that's interesting. So there's different modes. The higher the difficulty, I don't know if it makes it harder, but it gives you more objectives. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna try Special Agent. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it makes enemies tougher, but I love the idea of having bonus objectives to have to contend with. Oh gosh, the models even look like a Goldeneye64 kind of game. See, Perfect Dark did that. Neat. Let's see, I hope this creates a movement for more demos for games. Oh boy. That mouse sensitivity is atrocious. Let's just try one. See what that's like. Alright, that might actually be a little punchy. Let's try like 0.8. Oh, 0.8. Okay, gear. What do we have? Unarmed, Sparrow silenced, pliers, and a decoder. Interesting. Let's see. I kind of missed demos. Well, that's fun. So, much like Goldeneye64, you also have auto-aim, so you don't have to worry too much about being accurate. You kind of have to shoot in the right general direction, but you don't have to be, like, hyper-accurate, which I kind of dig. Let's see. But yeah, I hope this brings back, more demos. I think it will. The Steam Next Fest has so far, become... Okay. The Next Fest has exploded in popularity, at least as far as, like, demos and stuff goes. Mouse 2 to target and shoot the padlock. Ah. That's neat. Interesting. So if I can get the jump on a guy, I can potentially headshot them. Nice. I like the silencer. It's really cool. But, like, the first Next Fest when it came out was... there was, like, maybe 10-20 games, if even. Ow. Okay, yeah, let's just stun lock them. I'll grab theirs. What I should probably do is actually use the Vipers. What other guns do we have? Ow. Interesting. The SMG is less accurate, so it doesn't have as much, it doesn't have as much of, like, an auto-aim. That's kind of neat. But so the first one only had, like, 20 demos or something. It was kind of a small, and I'm gonna say, like, fairly intimate experience. There were a lot of really, really good games as part of it. But, you know, you kind of knew what you were getting into with them. Next one... there were a lot more demos, like, almost immediately, it felt like people had kind of recognized, like, hey, the Next Fest is a really good way to potentially promote my game, so let's, you know, let's get in on it. And it's just kind of exploded. Every single Next Fest seems to have more and more demos, and tons of people or tons of developers are putting their games up. And I personally love it, because it gives me the opportunity to, gives me the opportunity to try out a bunch of games that I guess I will play potentially, or I'll cover at a later date, but it gives me the opportunity to try a bunch of them without having to potentially bother the developers, and I get to try them kind of in an earlier state to help people kind of take a look at, like, hey, are these games going to be worth looking out for, or are they not super great in the long run? I saw this guy kneeling, and for a second I was worried that he was one of the, I was worried that he was one of the hostages, and I was like, oh shit, I should not shoot that man. The answer is, nope, that's wrong. How's this game so far? It's pretty good. I never played the Goldeneye game, so I don't really have the, I don't really have the personal connection that a lot of people might. I played Goldeneye so far as I go over to my friend's house and he get the golden gun, or let's see, I play Goldeneye with my friend. We'd do the PvP mode. He'd get the golden gun because he knew where it was every time and just shot me. It was kind of miserable. Let's see. Now, can I crouch? It feels like there's vents here that I can potentially get into. Let me check. Options, keyboard bindings. Whoa, there's a lot here, I guess. Secondary, secondary toggle, but no crouching. Looks like we can't crawl. So I can pop down there if I want to. Or there, or hello. I don't see anybody else here. There we go. I don't know how they noticed me. You know, considering I was using nothing but silenced weapons. But that's okay. I heard other things? No, maybe not. Okay. Just in case anybody decides to shoot me from behind. Or, you know, that. Should not have gotten distracted. But I knew it was inevitable. I should probably clear out this hallway, but, like, they're gonna come for me. Anything here? No. Heard the body fall. True. Cripes, where are they coming from? It's like clown carring dudes. Well, that's okay. Unfortunately, I am slightly wounded here. And I'd very much like to heal if I can, maybe. Imagine dying while doing number 2. Whoops. Bear G5. Okay. What is going on? Are these allies? Okay. Yeah, it seems better for me to kind of... What the hell? I'm not sure what knocked me sideways. Hopefully there's health kit at some point. Okay, came from there. I don't see any more. Anything in here that I can engage with? Nope, doesn't look like it. There were health kits in Goldeneye, right? Well, at least these guys have kind of trash aim. Interesting that they can roll. I very much cannot. Damn it. Come on. Well, alright. Alright, let's just abandon the mission. Back to menu. Let's just drop the difficulty down. So yeah, it's a cross between Perfect Dark and Goldeneye. So we'll just do basic agent and work our way up. That way I don't have to worry about failure rates. Okay, so the dudes with the armbands actually seem to be allies of mine. Makes sense. Let's just use the SMGs. And I can run and gun this pretty quickly, now that I know what I'm doing. Well, that didn't work. We are not the most accurate fellow. I mean, we're good at body shots, it's just the headshots that we need. Well, that should be a lot more ammunition, which is exactly what I need. Did they kill the hostage? Yeah, they did. Wow. Alright, fine. Yeah, I should go back and, I should play Perfect Dark at some point. And, like, go back and actually engage with a lot of the rare replay collection. Because I've never... I don't know. See, were there guys over here? Oh, I thought there would be. Oh yeah, there were. There were two of them just hanging out over here. Boy, speedruns of this are probably going to get kind of nutty in the best way. Thank you for your donation of ammo. Gracious dead man. And we're good, and I don't have to worry about exploring, because this game doesn't really do that. Here we go. Perfect Dark greater than Goldeneye, at least for me. I mean, I heard from a lot of people that makes sense. Because Goldeneye was kind of their first attempt. Perfect Dark was kind of perfecting it. But I could be wrong. Play that for a hot second. Worry about nothing. There we go. Let's see. I'd love to see Microsoft actually take the time and port a number of the rare replay games up to PC. I'd love to play like Perfect Dark, for example, with keyboard and mouse rather than a controller. There we go. Alright, no, it was Q. And we're back here. Do we see anyone else? I mean, they're clearly gunning for me. It doesn't seem to be doing them much good, though. Well. Okay. Where the hell? There he went. Dude just kind of warped around me. Okay, I know there's two men. There's one. I thought there was another one. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Well, I get 240 ammo on this thing. Okay, these guys are my allies. Grab that. Grab these. Blast these suckers. Well, my friends with the armbands are not having a good time here. Luckily, these guys are pretty bad. Alright. Yeah, running and gunning actually works really, really well. Okay. Wander... You've already disturbed people doing their business in several games. Angryfoot at least had the decency to pixel it. Yeah, I am spending a lot of time attacking people on the loo today. It feels a little weird. Oh, that's interesting. Because I'm not doing the hostage objective, it's actually straight up just like blocked off. I can't go in there. Huh. That's kind of awkward. I kind of wish it was more of an optional objective. Well, we got the key card, which is, I think, exactly what we need. I don't see anything else here. I see. So we want to just go that direction. Yeah, works for me. But yeah, it is a weird thing to admit that I have been assaulting people on the toilets today. I don't know how to feel about it, but whatever. I mean, it's just a thematic thing. It's oh, what is the phrase? It's not the Streisand. Is it the Dunning-Kruger? No, it's something else. Where you notice something happening and then you start noticing it more often. Because that sort of thing it happens a lot with games. It's not quite the same because it's not that you're noticing it happening. It's what you're noticing, or what happens is there's kind of like an unconscious inspiration, usually possibly generational, that kind of influences people. So I'm pretty sure the people that made this grew up with Goldeneye. That was their like go-to game when they were younger. Okay, so it looks like we only have one mission here, which is a little bit of a shame. I could throw it up onto the higher difficulty for free the civilians and defuse the explosives, which probably is better. Bader Meinhof, thank you. But so, you know, people being inspired by this or that thing, you know, people that grew up with X game during whatever era, well, chances are bring that inspiration into the, you know, into their future careers when they're making games and stuff. And it's kind of neat to see, but it is also a little weird with the whole, like, pooping on the toilet thing, but whatever, it's fine, who cares? Either way, I wish that demo was longer, because that's an incredibly promising game. Obviously, we barely got to engage with it, which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, the run and gun aspect of it, the tactical play, it really does feel like a nice modernization of the Goldeneye games. I feel like the demo needs a little bit more than one level. It's pretty short. I could try it again and try on the harder difficulty with more objectives, but I think for now, I'll just leave it as is. So does this also count as a boomer shooter? Kind of? It's like such a tangential thing. The problem is boomer shooter really just is any shooter that balks at the modern style of regenerating health and, you know, I guess just kind of the modern Halo-inspired game design, question mark. There are stylistic differences between the two, but when it boils down to it, they're both horrible umbrellas that can cover way too many games, so it gets kind of confusing. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm really excited for this one. It's fun. But for now, at least, I think we're just... Well, I mean, obviously, I don't want to play that level again. So we'll just call it here. But I might have to go back and play some of the Perfect Dark games if they play like this. Because that could actually be kind of fun. But for now, let's move on to the next.